What's going on? It's your boy, J Max here. Today, I'm gonna be teaching you how to sell online personal training. Now, when a lot of people, they sell online personal training, I see people do it wrong all the time. If you think about it, there's like a big pie. If you picture a big pie and a little sliver of the pie is the people who are actually getting all the clients, while the rest of the pie are the people who are struggling to get clients. And the difference between the people who are struggling and the difference between the people who are actually getting all the clients online is one thing and one thing only, and it's sales. Because if you think about this for a second, no sales equals no business. You need to be making sales every single day. You need to be selling every single day. And if you're not selling every single day, you are doing your clients a disservice if you're not going to be selling them, because you know that you can truly help them. You can truly help them, which means that you need to sell. It is your moral obligation to be selling to people every single day, because you know that you can help these people and you know that you can change their lives for the better. So today I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to teach you how to do that in a way so that you don't feel like a salesperson. Because when I say salesman, what do you think about? You don't think of this amazing coach. You don't think of yourself. You think of a greasy, grimy salesperson, like a used car salesman, or someone cold calling you up at dinner time, 6 p.m., phone rings, you're with your family, you pick up the phone, you don't hear anything, and all of a sudden that telemarketer comes on and tries to sell you shit that you don't want to buy, and they interrupted your night. That's not a real salesperson. A real salesperson is you, and you are helping people realize that you have the solution to their problem. And once they realize this, they're going to work with you, and it's going to be an amazing relationship. So you're not going to be pushy. You're not going to be putting all this pressure on people. You're not going to feel the pressure, because there's 3 ways to sell that I'm going to teach you today. And once you start using these 3 things in your sales process, holy moly, you are going to be selling way more, and you're not even going to feel like a greasy salesperson. In fact, you're going to feel like a great coach. Because when you are selling, and when you are selling properly, you are showcasing your coaching skills. You're showcasing these skills. You're showing people what it's like, giving them a glimpse of what it's like to work with you, and how you can help them overcome these limiting beliefs that have been holding them back their entire lives. So first thing is, big mistake, a huge mistake I see a lot of online trainers make, is they do a one-call system, and they get on the phone with someone, they ask them a bunch of questions, they push them, they're pushy, they come up with all these witty lines, and then the person doesn't buy. And both of you just wasted like half an hour or an hour and 90 minutes of your time. So instead of doing a one-call system, I use a 2-call system. So the first call is about 10 minutes, and on that call, I call that an audition call. And the purpose of the audition call is 2 things. So number 1, we're auditioning the client to work with us. You gotta come at sales with an abundance mentality, because as soon as you get on the phone and you have this scarcity mentality, people are going to feel that, and that's when you start to feel like a greasy salesperson. So you need to have an abundance mentality. So on this first 10-minute call, this audition call, there's 2 things. Number 1, I'm on the phone and I'm listening, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, would this person be an all-star client? Would I want to go and grab a freaking whiskey with this person? Would I want to go out and have a drink with this person? If the answer is no, then I don't let them be a client. I don't even let them jump on the phone for the second call, where I actually pitch them my services and go deeper and to see how I can help them. That purpose of that first call is literally to audition the client to see if they're the right fit for me, and to see if I actually like them. And if I don't like them, I'm not going to work with them, because I want to have a business that I feel like ultimately free, and I feel ultimate happiness. And the last thing, the absolute last thing I want is a client that's going to be dragging me down every day. Because I remember when I was a personal trainer working like 13-hour days, 6 in the morning until 7 p.m. at night. And I remember I would have these clients and I would look at my calendar and I'm like, oh, this client is coming in at 11. And I would look at my calendar at 5 o'clock in the morning and I would be dreading that 11 a.m. appointment. I'd be dreading it. I'd be looking at my phone and be like, oh my God, please cancel because I do not want to train this client. Never again do I ever have to deal with that with my online clients. I'm 100% online now. But never again do I have to deal with that because now I audition my clients and I only take on people who I think are cool and who I would love to train. Second, the purpose of that audition call is it flips the script. If you think of a traditional sales call, it's like the salesperson calls up the potential client. The salesperson is trying to convince the potential client of why you should work with me. Let's say I'm the salesperson, I'm calling up my client and be like, well, you know, you should work with me because this, and this, and I can do this for you. And pretty please, will you work with me? Screw that. We don't work that way. We have an abundance mentality. There's clients everywhere. There's clients there, clients there, clients there. There's clients everywhere. So we need to have abundance. So when I jump on the call, I picture myself like I'm Simon Cowell and I'm auditioning this client to see if they can impress me and to see if I like them and to see if I'd want to work with them. So it's like I'm Simon Cowell, they're on stage, this is American Idol, baby, and we're seeing if you could be a great client for me. If I don't think they're a great client for me, or if I don't think I could help them, if I don't think I would want to help them, if I don't like them as a person, well, I never pitch them anything. I say best of luck, maybe this resource is better for you because you're not a great fit for me because we don't get along. It's kind of like dating. It's like going out for like a 15-minute coffee with someone and the conversation is super dry and you realize like, wow, thank God I didn't go out on a full, take them out for dinner and spend all this money on them because I don't genuinely like spending time with them. That's why I love the 2-call system. 10-minute call, then you jump on a 60-minute call. Second huge mistake I see a lot of online trainers make in their sales process is after someone says they're going to sign up, the online trainer sends them a payment link for them to fill out, like a PayPal page or something like that. I was just talking to one of my clients, Sam, and he's like, yeah, well, when I get on the phone, I close like 70% of people. I was like, oh, 70%, that's really great. So what are your troubles, man? And he's like, well, after I close them and they say, yes, they're going to do it, I send them the payment link and then they ghost me. They never talk to me again. And I'm thinking to myself, Sam. No, you can't do that. It doesn't work that way because people will get buyer's remorse. Like, I know people who get buyer's remorse when they buy a freaking $2 chocolate bar or something. People get buyer's remorse no matter what they spend their money on. It's just the way people are. And people are going to get buyer's remorse on your coaching services and they won't fill out that form. They won't fill out the payment link, they won't pay you, and they won't become a client. So how do we work around that? Here's what we do. We take credit card over the phone, and you should too. Because when you take their credit card over the phone, you fill out the payment information, then they've made that commitment financially on the phone when their emotions are high, and now they are with you. Now they're with you. Now they are a client, and now you can truly help them. You are doing your clients a disservice if you don't take their payment over the phone. Because if you don't take their payment over the phone, you're not going to be able to work with them and you're not going to be able to change their lives. It's as simple as that. You want to change someone's life, you got to get them to pay. Because when people pay, they pay attention, and that's when they get the results from you. You need to start taking the credit card over the phone. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, take credit card over the phone, that's crazy. Like, oh, I can't imagine asking for that. It's as simple as this. Are we doing Visa or MasterCard today? Visa. Okay, great. What's the name on the card? What's the address? What's the number? CVC code, expiry, boom, processing. You're good to go. It's as easy as that. It's only awkward if you make it awkward. So don't make it awkward. Make it natural, because at the end of the day, you have a solution to their problem that you can truly help them with, and you need to help them. You're like freaking Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. So your responsibility is to get that freaking credit card and get the money so that you can help this person. That's your responsibility. You got to do it. Number 3, a lot of people screw this up, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And this is when someone says no, that they don't want to go ahead and buy the program, or they say they want to think about it, or they say they can't afford it, or they say they need to talk to their wife. You just let them go off the phone. And we know what happens when they go off the phone. Usually they ghost you, and you never hear from them again, and then you can't help them, which sucks, man. You were so close, you spent all this time with this person, and then they give you a wishy-washy excuse, which you know is a lie, you know is fake, and you can't handle it, so you just let them go, and they're gone forever, and then you can't help them. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm gonna tear up here. I truly am. Here's what you do instead. Here's what you need to know. So about 1 in 5 people are going to say yes to you if you did a great job. Maybe 1 in 10 people are going to say yes to you if you did an okay job. But so 1 in like 5 to 10 people are going to say yes regardless without giving any objections. And that leaves room for, like, if it's 1 in 5 and you're really good, maybe another 3 people would have signed up if you just coached them through the process of overcoming that belief that they can't afford it, or that they need to talk to their wife, or they don't have time, or they need to think about it. Maybe if you're like really bad at sales, 1 in 10 people are gonna say yes regardless, because you're just taking an order over the phone, they were ready. And maybe like 2 or 3 of those out of 10 would have said yes if you just overcame a couple of their objections and didn't let them leave off the phone. Here's what you need to know about handling objections. This is truly your time to shine as a coach, because an objection is just a belief that they have, and this belief that they've had for so long in their life is that actual belief. That's the reason that they've been stuck where they're at, and it's the one thing that's holding them back. So as a coach, it's your responsibility to make them realize that this belief that they can't afford it, this belief that they need to talk to their wife, this belief that they don't have time, this belief that they need to think about it, is the exact reason why they need to do the program, because it's the reason that it's been keeping them stuck, holding them back for their entire life. It's the one thing that's been holding them back from finally being able to lose those 20 pounds and enjoy their life and be able to take pictures with their family and not be embarrassed. Like, think of how much you could change their life. You could have such an impact in someone's life. You could add years to their life. You could add years to the happiness and quality of their life if you could help them reach their fitness goals. So you need to make them realize that the belief that they can't afford it, is the reason why they've never got the results that they want. Because if you think about it, let's say they can't afford it, but then you start coaching them and you realize they're spending all this money on all these foods that are like super expensive, that are all like gluten-free or whatever, and aren't really helping them get to where they want to be, or they're spending all these money on these useless supplements. And if they never worked with you, they would have never started saving money on those supplements. And actually, as soon as they started putting their money towards your coaching and your services, you've actually saved them money and gotten them the results that they finally got. Or let's say they don't have any time, and you make them realize, like, you coach them through it, and you make them realize, you know, in their schedule, they feel like they don't have any time because they've been running the wrong path, doing the wrong things that aren't gonna get them to where they wanna be. And you just need to steer them to the right path. You give them more time, and then they have time to actually do your program. Or if they say they need to think about it, maybe it's this indecision is the actual reason that they've never been able to make any changes in their life ever before, because they were so indecisive they couldn't actually stick to a program, or they couldn't find the right solution, and they just kind of stayed stuck where they're at right now. That's the indecision that's holding them back. So it's your job as a coach to make them realize that that's the reason why they need to do it. Or maybe they're always saying, I gotta talk to my spouse, but that's just an excuse because they're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable investing in themselves because they don't truly believe in themselves. So they use that, I need to talk to my spouse, as an outlet. You can't let them get away with this stuff, because you can help them. You have a great product. You have a great service. You're an amazing coach. So you need to help these people overcome their objections, overcome these self-limiting beliefs that have been holding them back their entire lives. You need to sell them by taking the credit card over the phone. You need to start auditioning these clients to make sure that you're only working with the best clients, so that your quality of life is better. And then that way you can get people much better results, because you can show up 100%, because you don't have these clients that you hate training sucking your energy. Those 3 things are going to dramatically change the way that you sell your online personal training services. So you need to include them in the way that you use your sales process. Include these in your sales process, and I guarantee you're gonna get much better clients, and you're going to start making a lot more money, and your clients are gonna start getting much better results, and overall you're gonna have a way better business that you can wake up every morning and wake up knowing that my business is successful, has a lot of meaning, I have freedom, and I am making money doing what I love. So if you want some help with your sales process, I have a lot of great tips in my free private Facebook group, Online Fitness Profits, which I want to give you a free private invite to. All you got to do is click the link below this video. You can get into the private Facebook group, and I'll see your beautiful face then. So talk soon. I'm Jason Maxwell here from J Max Fitness and Online Fitness Profits, and have an amazing day.